What's up, guys? So a couple of days ago I told you guys that I was going to make a video basically giving you tips on the stuff that I do to dumpster dive, and I asked you guys if you guys have any doubts or any questions. You guys can ask me through the YouTube comments or through messages or through Twitter, and I actually have like 10 questions, so I'm gonna go ahead and start answering them. And let's get started. Alright, guys, so the first question is dumpster diving legal? And basically, there's not a single answer to that. You have to Google it. Just type in, is dumpster diving legal in, and then just type in whatever state you live in. Different states have different laws, so you're going to have to basically find out if it is or not. I believe in most of the U.S. it's legal, so that shouldn't be a problem. But the one thing you have to keep in mind is that if a store has a dumpster that is closed in by a fence, or if it's locked and you're still going there even though it's legal in your state to dumpster dive, you can still get in trouble for trespassing if you're in, like, you know, trespassing private property and you're in the store's dumpster, you know, when it's locked in. So just make sure you keep that in your mind whenever you go out and you try to dumpster dive. Most of the time, really, like, if you get caught, you don't really like, I know a lot of places put up signs that says what is it called, like, violators will be prosecuted or some shit like that. But usually that's just there to scare people. Most of the time, stores are not gonna take the time to, like, keep you there, like, you know, at the dumpster because you were trespassing, and then call the police and have everything, like, you know, having everybody involved. Most of the time they're just gonna ask you to get out. But just keep that in mind, you know, because it is something that it doesn't really happen, but it could happen. So if you're going to a dumpster that is closed in, like closed in a gate or a fence, just like I said, just make sure you do it quick. Make sure you just go in and get out. Don't just stand there and try to take your time with it. Just make sure you know, you get the stuff and get out quick. And usually try to go. Actually, I'm gonna talk about that a little later. The best times to go. So that's pretty much it, guys, for this question. Now let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this next one is actually from this this really cool girl. Her name is, well, her channel's name is Xpurr. Is XPURR. She's a very cool chick. She's also starting doing dumpster diving videos. And she's told me several days ago how she's basically gonna start doing them by herself. And she didn't really ask me a question, but I gave her, like, this little piece of advice that if you're gonna do it by yourself, and this goes to both men and women, but, you know, especially women, just be really careful, because usually, like, you know, a dumpster is gonna be behind a store. And, you know, where there's gonna be, like, no people, and you never know who could be back there, you know, and you know, just for safety reasons, I told her, you know, bring a friend with her, you know, or her boyfriend or a family member. It's I know a lot of girls that do dumpster diving and, you know, nothing ever happens, but, you know, just in case, you always want to have somebody there with you if you're gonna do it, especially even if you're a guy, even you know, if just take somebody with you, you know, just in case something happens, you know, let's say you fall in the dumpster and you can't get out. Let's see if you fall in the dumpster and you sprain your ankle and you can't climb back out. So, you know, you can either fall in the dumpster and stay there and just cry for help until somebody comes and gets you, or, you know, you can have your friend nearby who can help you out. You feel me? Or, you know, sometimes when you have a lot of things you gotta take out, and you want to try to be as quick as possible, you want to try to get all the stuff from the dumpster and put it in the car, you know, and drive off quick, or maybe something's too heavy for you to put in the car. You want to always have somebody there with you. Specifically, if you're a girl, you know, I'm not trying to say women are weaker. but you never know who could be lurking in the alleys. So my advice to a girl that wants to do this is you know just be careful. Do it obviously during the day. Definitely don't do it during the night, especially if you're gonna be by yourself. Um, you know, I haven't heard of like any stories about like dumpster diving gone wrong and somebody got robbed or stabbed or anything. But you never know. You just want to always be safe with it. So that's pretty much it. And I just want to give her a shout out because she gave me a shout out on her channel a few days ago. So if you're a girl and you find dumpster diving and like makeup videos and all that, it's more of a channel for women. But there's also cool things for men. For example, if you want to see a girl dumpster diving, so definitely check her out. She's a cool chick. Okay, the following piece of advice that I'm gonna give out, it is to this guy. He asked me, or he told me actually, that he's gone dumpster diving a few times and he can never find anything. And my advice to him is you just gotta keep your head up, cut your losses, and move on. You just gotta keep trying. A lot of the times dumpster diving is all about just what's the word for it? Persistence. You just gotta keep doing it. Sometimes you're not gonna find nothing. A lot of the times I've gone dumpster diving, I go to the dumpster and I probably find one simple case or maybe one manual or sometimes not even nothing. So a lot of the times I come home empty-handed and it sucks. It sucks. And of course I don't record that. I don't put up a video when I came home and I don't have nothing to show you guys. That wouldn't be really too exciting to show. So you just gotta keep trying, man. You just gotta keep trying. A very cool something you can do is have maybe like 5 different dumpsters. That way, if you go to one and there's nothing there, you still have 4 others that you can go to and still get something, so you don't come home empty-handed. Whereas if you go to one dumpster only, you can either come home with like a lot of things, or with a case, or with nothing. So if you have different options, most of the time if one dumpster falls, the other one will have a little something for you. So just don't give up. You just gotta keep trying. That's pretty much what I got to say about that. Okay, this next question comes from Homie Dog Finds. I'm guessing he's a fellow dumpster diver. And he asks, what are some good excuses if you ever get caught? I got caught once, and I just kind of played off like it was no big deal. That's pretty much what you got to do. You guys got to understand something. Getting caught is getting caught doing something bad. If you get caught, it's because you're doing something bad, and and you got caught, and now you have to basically face the consequences. When really that's not the case. If dumpster diving is legal in your state, and if you're not trespassing property, there's really nothing to be worried about getting caught. Getting caught is when you do something bad. When you're at the store and you're stealing a game and then you got caught, that's something bad happening, or because you were doing something bad. I hope you guys know where I'm going with this. So really, there's nothing really to get caught. I mean, you can be asked, what are you doing in that trash? You can just be like, some good excuses is the things that he's asking. Some good excuses could be, I'm looking for boxes because I ship stuff, or I'm looking for boxes because I need to pack some stuff because I'm moving. Those are pretty much the ones I would go with. Really, you can get creative. You can come up with whatever you want. I think worst comes to worst, all that would happen is that the security guard would tell you to just move along and not to do it, and that's it. So that's pretty much it, guys. Alright, what's up, guys? So this next question comes from Ella Tella. She has 3 questions, actually. Let me move my computer over here. There we go. Okay, the first one she's asking is, What is the weirdest thing or the nastiest thing you have ever found in a dumpster? I really wish I can tell you I found some nasty rat, eating a dead bird or something like that, but really nothing. 90% of the time I go to the GameStop dumpster, and in there's nothing but games, paper, boxes, and games, controllers. So there's really nothing nasty. I have, however, seen probably like this nasty pineapple that it was like um, with like fuzz, with like mold growing on it. It was something really disgusting. But that was just one thing, one time that I saw it. So you really gotta be you really gotta have a strong stomach. If you have a weak one, then dumpster diving is probably not for you. Especially if you're dumpster diving in dumpsters that have food in them, then it's gonna be disgusting. I personally don't recommend that, but some people do it. What are the best times to go diving? That's our second question. Really, I think, because if you go in the morning, most of the time there's not gonna be anybody taking the trash out, since first thing in the morning is they don't take anything out. So you can probably take your time and go through the dumpster. Um, During the afternoon, um, there could be more trash, so you can find more stuff in there. And during the night, that's when like a lot of the stores closes and they just throw away their trash they've had the whole day. So I think I'm gonna say during the night, either during the night or early in the morning. That's what I'm gonna say. During the night is when stores throw away their trash and it's just sitting there. You can just go through it real quick. Usually, if you're taking precautions and you're with somebody and it's nighttime, you can pretty much get away with a lot more things because it's dark and people won't see you. But at the same time, if a cop drives by and he sees you, you could look a little shady. So early in the morning, it's another great one. That one is more safe since it's first thing in the morning. You know. There's daylight outside. You can see actually what's going on. You don't have to use a flashlight. I think overall, first thing in the morning is the best thing. Before the dumpster trucks come and take the trash. But for me personally, I like to do it at night. Right after they take out the trash, I'm like, I like to be there. That's me. But if I was to offer advice, again, it would be during the morning. Okay, and her third question is, what other stores besides GameStop do you think are good places to dive for goodies? What other stores besides GameStop are good for dumpster diving? I'm gonna give you three. I'm gonna give you five of my favorite ones to go to. The first one is being GameStop, of course. The second one is being Five and Below. Five and Below. You guys have seen my videos. If you haven't, look up my Five and Below dumpster diving videos. If you haven't already, those are probably like my two more popular videos on YouTube. Are not even GameStop diving videos. They're Five and Below dumpster videos. You can get a lot of things, and what's funny about it is that a lot of the things you find there are brand new items that you find, like headphones, cases, toys, and a lot of those things I took to the flea market over the last 2 weekends, and I've made basically like $100 altogether. So definitely Five and Below is my second favorite. My third favorite is probably I'm gonna go with Big Lots. Big Lots is basically like another another 5 and below. They have pretty much similar things, so you can imagine that you can get some pretty cool things from Big Lots. What else? Number 4, it's probably Michaels. They throw a lot of stuff away too. And number 5 is probably Staples. Staples throw away like a whole, like these containers. Like I found maybe like 4 or 5 of these that I always use at Staples, so that was pretty cool. There's some other places you can go to, and the only reason why I don't go there is because either there's not one near me, or because the dumpster is in a closed area. But you can go to Radio Shack, CVS, you know, anywhere really. So that's pretty much it. I hope that answers your question. Alright, so the next question is coming from John Wild 18, and he's asking, how do I dumpster dive without getting caught? There's always a chance of you getting caught. There's only things you can do to prevent or to minimize the chances of you getting caught. For example, going early in the morning or late at night. It's one way. Just doing it as fast as you can. Just getting to the dumpster, just getting what you want, and being out of there like in less than a minute. You know, there's really not a way of not getting caught. I think there's always going to be that risk, but I think a lot of people need to work on that. A lot of people are like afraid of getting caught, which is really nothing. It's really not a big deal. Like I say, most of the time the worst thing that they can do to you is basically tell you to get out of there, you know. That's pretty much all I gotta say for that. Sometimes a lot of people say that I'm worried because a lot of people look at me and you know, I don't want them thinking, you know, bad stuff about me. Really, if you're really concerned about what people think about you, then that's something you really need to work on. And I think dumpster diving, it's a really good way to get out of that shell, to get out of that comfort zone, and that's gonna help you in a lot of areas in your life. It's getting out of that comfort zone, getting out of that little shell, and it begins. I think the first few times are the hardest because, you know, you're sitting there going through a bag, and people are like, you know, like driving or passing by, and they're like, you know, and you're sitting there like kind of embarrassed. But I think once you keep doing it, you'll get the hang of it, and eventually, after doing it for so long, you kind of just get into this mentality of fuck them, they don't know me, they're never gonna see me again, you know. Just like a fuck them mentality, basically. Like, you know, what are they gonna do? That's pretty much it. That's all the advice I can give on that. It's basically just get rid of that fear of getting caught, of how you're gonna look, of what people are gonna think of you. I think that's a fear, and to get rid of that fear, you just gotta keep doing it. You know, just force yourself, get out of that shell, and then I think that's the way to do it. Alright, so the next questions are by people who have sent me a message, a private message through YouTube. So I'm not gonna give their name out, but I'm still gonna answer the question, obviously. And it is, can I dumpster dive without a car? You can. It's gonna be a lot harder. Especially if you go to GameStop and, for example, you find a kiosk, you know, you're really not gonna have any way of taking that home if you're just walking. The best thing you can do is take a big book bag with you, and hopefully you find a lot of games and stuff and you just throw them in there. But if you happen to come across one of the holy grails of dumpster diving at GameStop dumpsters, which is the kiosk. Everybody wants to have a kiosk in their game room. You know, you're pretty much screwed. unless you can probably get a friend to give you a ride, or get your mom's car or dad's car, with permission, of course. And I think that's probably it. I hope that helps. I mean, you can still do it, but you're gonna be very limited. So on to the next one. Alright guys, so that's it for the questions. Now I'm gonna give you guys some tips, something that I use when I go dumpster diving. And I think a little trick that I always use when I go dumpster diving is have a whole bunch of trash bags ready in your car. I usually have like the little roll of white bags. And the reason why is because most of the time when I go to GameStop, to the GameStop dumpster, I find lots of stuff, and if I happen to take each one individually, or a handful of, let's say, cases, it saves me a lot of time from going from the dumpster to the car over and over again. So if you have the bag with you, you can always just take it with you, just fill it up, and then just throw it in the car. And a good thing about it is that since it's your bag, the bag is clean, the bag is brand new, and you don't have to put all the nasty bags inside the dumpster in your car, and you get the stuff you want, and that's pretty much it. That's one tip. Another tip that I started using recently is I have this long stick. I wish I would have brought it here to the video to show you guys, but I'm just gonna explain it. It's I don't know how to explain it. It's probably about a foot long, and at the end it has like this metal hook. So I use that for when there's bags that I can't reach. I just instead of having to jump into the dumpster, I can just use the stick, just grab the bag with it, and it saves me a lot of time and the hassle from going inside the dumpsters. What else? Keep a spare flashlight and some spare disposable gloves in your glove compartment, just in case if you're ever, let's say you're at a friend's house, or maybe you decide to go to the store, and on the way back you want to go dumpster diving, and it's nighttime. You have all the accessories already there, so you can just go and make the experience a little bit easier. What else? Another one, if you guys are really worried about getting caught, you can always just most of the time when GameStop throws a trash bag away, it's usually full of receipts, papers, bags, cases, games, and there's really, sometimes you come across like maybe like a bag of McDonald's that they probably ate, the employees there, but it's really nothing nasty and nothing disgusting. So if some of you guys are worried about getting caught, you guys can take the actual bag from the dumpster, just throw it in your car. I've seen a couple of people do that on YouTube. Just throw it in your car and then drive to a different part of the parking lot. And then just park your car, search through the bag, get everything you want out, and then later on, just after you're done, just throw the bag out, and then you can save yourself from being caught. I forgot to include that little tip on that one question. I think Tella asked me. I hope it was her. So yeah. Okay guys, so I'm actually joined right now with my little dog. She's gonna also answer some questions. Okay, another tip that I have for you guys is if you guys are going with somebody, which is usually a great idea, you can have them drive the car and you go to the trash. That way you can just go to the trash or grab whatever you need, just throw it in the car, you get in, and then the person drives off, kind of like a getaway car. So that's actually one of the better advices I have for people who are afraid of getting caught, so they can do it as fast as possible. Another thing too is if you have your car, make sure you protect the seats by by putting like a plastic bag or maybe like an old shirt or something to cover the seats from let's see, like a bag, especially if you go during rainy days and the bags are wet. Make sure you put something to protect the seats, like I said, like a old shirt or like a, like a plastic, so that way if your seats are made out of leather, they don't get like nasty and wet, which can damage them. What else? And I think that's probably it. I can't think of anything else. I think that's pretty much it, guys. So, and I think the last tip I have is just have fun. Part of the experience when you go dumpster diving is just the thrill of it. It's, sometimes you're really not gonna have find lots of good stuff. You're not gonna find controllers, brand new games. But like a lot of the times, it's that thrill of what you're gonna find. So definitely just have fun with it. Um, if you don't enjoy dumpster diving, then really you should reconsider doing it. You know, you should just have fun overall with it. And I think that's pretty much it, guys. If I probably missed a couple of questions, so I'm really sorry if I did. I'll probably just get back to you like on a message and just answer the question. And in the future, I'll probably do it again. If a lot of you ask me to do another video, I'll make it answering questions. Or if I have any more tips, I'll probably make part 2. And so that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for your patience. I know I said I was gonna upload this video yesterday, but I kind of fell asleep last night. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys can get something good out of it, and just have fun. I'll talk to you guys later.